In this video, we're going to see how we can add material to our project and make it look even more awesome. And since we already have it here, you can play it back and see the animation just like we stopped in our last video. So the next thing we are going to do is just open the scene here so that we can see that it is now grouped as one entity. You can move it around, but even when moving it around as a group, always make sure that you go from the beginning so that you don't create unnecessary keyframe that will just ruin your project. So but now we have the content here, so we want to change the material. So there are many ways you can change the materials. One of the ways is to do it yourself by changing the colors one after the other, which is what we're going to test here. So like we go here, we click the group to open, we can have the A and R and M here. So we just go to A, we click. Remember that what we're adding material to is not the letterbox but the mesh itself. So we click on the mesh, so we are now on the mesh. So we can now go to material properties and open it up. Here you can see that you have 5 places to add materials, which is the face, the extrude, the lines, the back, and the lines at the back and all that. So let me just rotate it around so you see that what you have in the front is equally what you have at the back. So now what you are going to now do is to add materials to it. So the best way to add materials to it is that, let's say we select the face here, we can just front, we can go down here, we can change the diffuse, which is that we add a picture or image that can help to boost it, but we don't want to do that. Let's just go to color. So we just go here, we can change the material here by clicking here and we'll select the color that maybe that's tickle our fancy. So we can go to here, so you can see it's changing. You can select your preference from here, so you can even use this dial to go up or down, so you have that freedom of changing to any color you want and modify it to your taste. And it's very cool. So at the end of the day, if you are cool with it, you could simply say okay. So let me say okay here, so it has added to the scene. You can keep doing it and all that, and but there is equally another way of doing that without actually following this protocol, and that means that you have to going to use the already built materials that comes shipped with MotionCraft. So how are we going to do that? It's just by going to content and searching for the materials. So here we can find the materials in the material property. So we can close the prop and look for material here. You can see it here. Just click to open. So we have the material here. So these are various materials you can quickly add to your project to make it look awesome. So anyone can go. So let me just select the blue one and now add it to the letter. So just add it here, so you can see. So you can see it's not looking awesome. So I think it's cool. So I can, if I'm okay with that, I can add it to this one too. Just make sure that you are on that particular letter. So when you drag it to this point, you can see the plus button, you just drop, so it changes to that color. So you drag the same thing and do it here, it changes to it. I think it's not looking awesome. So this is quite amazing with just wasting much time. You've already have your materials. You can equally go here and pop in here to change some of the parameters of these materials and all that to your own test. So it's quite limitless. If you go up here, you can see that the materials we are using are traditional. You can convert them to other form, like you can convert them to any of this, either to PBR or to triple S and all that, and reflective surface, and any one that you really fancy. And when you convert them, you can have more materials or more parameters to work with. So it is quite awesome. So I can drag and drop another materials here. So let me say okay, let me just use this So drag and drop here, do something here, so do something here. So you can see now, let's play it back and see how the whole stuff changed. So you can see everything is now changing to correspond to our new material. So I think this is awesome. We can equally go another direction, so we can go here. We can even mix them differently. This can go here, and maybe, well, this can go here too. So, and when you play back, you can see it. So it's a limitless choice for you to make. So whatever you've written, you can go and modify it and make it look very awesome using materials. So